Well, I'd love to just give you the overview of what's happening in DC. And what I thought too today is this is almost like a one-on-one. How does politics work, and what not to do in like a hearing if you're ever in Congress, and like kind of how things are how the sausage is made, so to speak. And then yes, there will be some stuff about Bitcoin too, but I thought it'd be entertaining to just understand a little bit of, unfortunately, how things like go off the rails and our taxpayer dollars are just not at work. It's actually good because it's sort of comedy. And I think, art and comedy have a nice thing to do for society. But this is just like train wreck central that we're going to listen to. Before we do that, speaking of train wrecks, they've been trying very hard to get a bill out on stablecoins. And the truth is, it takes a long time to get any legislation done in Congress unless there's like something seriously wrong. And with the Terra Luna stablecoin, the algorithmic stablecoin that we all saw collapse, there's a lot of pressure to regulate this market. But despite some negotiations from Treasury, from Maxine Waters, who's the Democrat, the chairwoman of the House Financial Services Committee, and Patrick McHenry, who is the Republican on the from North Carolina, who's the ranking member. So there's the two sort of leaders, right? We're negotiating with people in Treasury, and it turns out that they couldn't reach an agreement about stablecoins. There's a lot of sticking points. The bill has whether banks can do it or whether only non-banks can issue these types of things. So without kind of going into the whole like tether FUD concept, the pressure points right now for DC are there was this massive collapse in our cryptocurrency ecosystem with Terra. We're still seeing the fallout with Celsius, Voyager, everything. And even though there's that kind of an element of maybe we should be protecting consumers, and maybe you might, I think at this point there probably does need to be some minimum consumer protection for some of these instruments out there besides Bitcoin. They weren't able to get anything done. And now it's August. So, August means everybody's off, by the way. This is like you are now in summer recess time. Really, the Congress doesn't come back with any meaningful kind of work until maybe like Labor Day. But there will be work happening on the Hill. The staffers will still be thinking about things, but, everybody's at home now. They're all in their district and, focused on things at home in August because, let's face it, Washington, D.C. is a swamp in the summer. Who wants to be in a swamp in the summer?